Each week we take time in our home church service to talk about generosity. How we can steward the resources that God has given us, given you and me, through avenues like tithe and offering, to fuel God's mission of being disciples that make more disciples. And I want to share with you just a short phrase from one verse in the Bible. And this is found in the New Testament book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 15, verse 58. The Apostle Paul says this: "For you know that nothing you do for the Lord is ever useless." And I can remember the first time that verse came to life for me. I was serving as an intern for the youth group in the church that Risa and I grew up in. And I was questioning whether or not all of the time and effort that I was putting into students was making an impact. And while this verse, it makes pretty clear that, right, it says that nothing we do for the Lord is ever useless. And I just have to say, that was such a renewing thing for me. It was water for my parched and weary soul when I came across that. And here Paul is writing to this group of Christians that lived a long time ago in the city of Corinth. And they were part of a church, much like our home churches today. And Paul is reminding them that the work they do and the contributions they make, they have a purpose. You see, the serving I did as an intern, which I'll let you know, it wasn't a paid position. In fact, I paid to serve. It was crazy. It was never for naught. It served a purpose. And looking back now, I can see the lives that were impacted, mainly mine. But also our giving, okay, in the name of the Lord is also never useless. What Paul said to the church in Corinth is true for you and me today. When you give money to Oasis, you're serving our community. When you're generous, you're helping us multiply home churches. When you give sacrificially, you're spreading the gospel around the world. You're a part of something that's bigger than yourself. Remember, the church, capital C. You're making an eternal difference. That's why I always remind you, Oasis, that you are a generous people, because your giving matters, and God uses it to impact lives for His kingdom. So thank you for your continued faithful giving.